So guys, I have not dropped one of these in a while, but this is gonna be a good return. Sorry, but guys, I'm gonna be doing a creepypasta. It's gonna be called Dream Sketch. This does not belong to me. It belongs to Creepsmcpasta. Subscribe. So go subscribe to him. But here, guys, here's the Dream Sketch creepypasta. Enjoy, please.
October 15th, 2018 was the best and worst day of my life. It was the best day of my life because my wife had given birth to a beautiful baby boy. It was the worst day of my life because my wife went into a semi-induced coma resulting from excessive blood loss. I took my new son, Sam, home that day and left my sick wife at the hospital. I was filled with so much sadness, yet so much love, all at the same time. Every night, I put my baby boy to sleep, and I was filled with absolute peace and joy. I had never seen a baby sleep as soundly as my son did. Every night, I wished I could hold my wife as we watched our son dream the night away. I wanted so badly to retain these wonderful images I had of Sam, and I knew my wife would want them too. I knew I had to do something. My next door neighbour and his wife gave birth to a little girl named Cindy 2 years prior. I remember them showing me a scrapbook filled with gorgeous sketches of animals, candies, toys and things of that sort. The sketches were created by a machine called Dream Sketch. The machine worked like a polygraph device, except it sketched whatever a person or child was dreaming of at that given time. I knew right then and there that I had found the answer I was looking for. When I brought the machine home, it came complete with a moderately sized sketching machine that came with a stack of paper, extra ink, and two small wireless sensors that were to be placed on the right and left side of the head of the dreamer. Later that night, I cradled my young son to sleep. I then put the two small sensors on both sides of Sam's head and turned on the machine. The machine buzzed softly on into the night. I stayed in Sam's room for nearly an hour before I went to bed, periodically watching the dream sketch and watching Sam sleep. I was excited as a kid before Christmas, waiting to see what my son would dream up. When I awoke the next morning, I went into Sam's room to wake him up. Sam lay calmly in his crib as he stared at me, smiling. Just as I was going to pick up Sam, I remembered the dream sketch. A single sheet of paper lay on the floor next to the dream sketch. As I picked up the sheet of paper, I could clearly see it was a drawing of my wife, lying in a hospital bed, fast asleep. Strange that such an image would be made from a newborn child, but there was something else that was odd about this drawing. Something that I couldn't quite figure out. It was then that I received the phone call. I don't recall who it was that gave me the news that day. It could have been a man or a woman for all I know. But what I do know for sure are the words that were spoken to me. Your wife is dead. It was then that I knew what was odd about the sketch in my hand. My wife's electrocardiogram was flatlined. With tears in my eyes and a lump in my throat, there laid Sam, calmly on his back, still staring at me, still smiling. I returned the dream sketch back to the store I bought it from and screamed at the employee who sold it to me. The employee did their best to explain to me that they have no control over what the dream sketch draws. That, of course, is all up to the person the dream sketch is hooked up to. The employee apologized profusely for the inconvenience, but I was inconsolable at that point. I was in a complete daze from the shock of my dead wife and knowledge that her death was foretold. Who it was foretold by was the real question at hand. Was it a mistake? Did the dream sketch have a malfunction of some sort? Was there no malfunction at all? Or was it my baby son that indeed dreamt of the death of my poor, departed wife? There was only one way to know for sure, and the answer terrified me. I left the store with a new dream sketch and waited anxiously for nightfall. It was difficult for me to rock Sam to sleep that night. He kept staring at me and smiling, that damn smile of his. Eventually, he fell asleep and slept soundly while I frantically opened the box to the dream sketch and put all the necessary pieces in order. Once I connected the sensors to the right and left side of Sam's head, I sat there in Sam's room, quietly in the dark. I listened to the quiet hum of the dream sketch.
Okay guys, this is
and
part
waited
one
for
of
the
the dream
drawing
sketch.
needles to